Alright guys, welcome to another beer review. And no, I wasn't in the band The Horrors. Obscure reference. But I'll tell you what I am doing today. I'm drinking a room temperature triple IPA from Other Half, brewed with my absolute favourite hop, Nelson's. Well, all Nelson, more Nelson, than all Nelson, more Nelson, than all Nelson, more Nelson, than all Nelson, more Nelson. 10.5% ABV. Picked this up when I was at London Craft Beer Festival from the Beer Merchants stand. They had a nice fridge selection. They had this and a Strata IPA, which myself and Harry just casually drank before a nice big bottle of sour in my hotel room. And then I don't really want to talk about what happened after that. But yeah, so Other Half. I'm a big fan of Other Half, especially their triple IPAs. So I thought, you know what? I'll just drink this straight out the cabinet because I'm craft as fuck. Oh, look at me, I chilled in all my beers. Using my Mikkeller glass, which I bought from the Mikkeller bar in London. Such a fanboy for Mikkeller, and I'm such a fanboy for Other Half. So yeah, 10.5% ABV, triple IPA, canned on the 14th of May 2021, and this is really well priced. But mind you, I think they will be, with the fact that it was like a festival. But yeah, you're paying, what I think I paid like £7.50 for this, or something like that. You're paying a little bit more for UK brewed triple IPAs, and I know Other Half now are much more widely available here in the UK, so it sort of takes that as, see, that this is the thing, right? Part of me misses the chase of beers and breweries that you've wanted to try, but at the same time I'm really glad that wankiness has sort of been taken out of certain sorts of beers. I mean, we're getting the likes of, you know, the big hitters like Equilibrium, Treehouse, Other Half, Vitamin C, something Park, I can't remember what they're called. But I'm liking the fact that you're not having to go to like absolute coke-laden scalpers who have six-figure jobs and, oh, look at me, I'm importing beer. It's like, fair dues if you want to do that, but it's like, yeah, it's great that we can get Other Half really easily and not pay too much for it, because I'm a big fan of Other Half, especially their triple IPAs. I've yet to have an Imperial Stout from them. If I can source some bottles, I've got a nice bottle share with Harry and the lads in Marlborough in November, so I might, you know, might splurge a little bit and get an Imperial Stout from Other Half if it's easily available and not having to purchase it through a Facebook group or someone who you don't know. But yeah, so I didn't realise this was a Nelson IPA when I bought it. I was just like, oh, cheap Other Half, get into my stomach. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. And in fact, because the weather's a little bit cooler here in Skelmersdale, it's not the can's cold. The can's a little bit cold. That's what happens when you live in a former council house. Anyway, nice black ring pull there. So let's see what we get with this. I've already absolutely devoured this Castle's triple cream milk stout. That was just absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But anyway, let's get back to the beer at hand. So yeah, the best triple IPA I've ever had will be, up until this point, I mean, I could be blown away by this. I could be blown away by a triple IPA that I have in 2-3 weeks' time. You never know. But the best triple IPA to date that I've had was like a considerably old can of Triple Miler Daydream from Other Half, and that was just like, that set me off on my just love and admiration for East Coast triple IPAs. And I've had a good amount of Other Half since then. And I've really enjoyed Other Half. And I am unashamedly a bit of a fanboy of them, which is never a bad thing. If you enjoy something, enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? I mean, some people like the band The Idols. I think The Idols can get in the sea, myself. And, you know, people find James Corden funny. And there are people now who are praising the Taliban because they wore face coverings. Different strokes for different folks. And I can't believe I've mentioned the Taliban in a beer review. Anyway, beer in the glass then. And it's juice. Pure juice. Lovely sort of like muted, yellowy lemon sort of look to it. Just shy, well, just over a finger's worth of a nice foamy white head. Looking very much like an Other Half IPA. And the fact that I've come up with a sentence like that means I've become one of those cunts. I mean, I loved the Craft Beer Festival, met some great people, but there ain't half some fucking posy wankers who love craft beer. But you could say that for any sort of... I've just bit my lip and that really fucking hurt. But you could say that a lot for any other sort of like hobby, really. You know, like a pretentious bird watcher or a hipster train spotter. Anyway, let's see what we get on the nose. I could tell it's Nelson, but it's not too much Nelson on the nose. You still get a nice, slightly citrusy fruitiness, but you still get that sort of like grape-like character coming from the Nelson. And I've just been insulting wanker hipster posers. I'm 32 years old and wearing green corduroy dungarees from Lucy and Yak, whilst wearing a Cloudwater sweatshirt, whilst sat in front of vintage porn posters. So who am I to judge anyone, really? And you can see my breast line. But yeah, nice lacing on the glass. Getting a little bit of like a slight, dare I say, pear sort of character. It smells nice. It's got a candied fruit element to it as well. And it looks good. So let's give it a taste. Cheers, folks. You can tell it's a Nelson beer. It's got those characteristics. It's got that grape musk sort of character. It dries a little bit at the end. It sort of teeters, ever so slightly teeters into that brutish sort of character, which I do get a lot from a Nelson. I mean, if you're going to brew a brute IPA, use Nelson hops as your main hop. Silky smooth, it's pillowy, it's creamy. ABV is masked ridiculously. Gonna say something that has already angered me, the fact that I've thought about this. It's got the body of a Other Half Imperial IPA. Such a satisfying mouthfeel. I think when it comes, I've only had like 2 or 3 up to this beer. when it comes to like imperial strength IPAs on the American side of things, on the American side of the Atlantic, other half just stealing a banter that was originally on the Fire and the Kid podcast with Chris D'Elia and Will Sasso there, because I don't have anything original to say when it comes to comedy. They hit it out the park. They really, really do. I'd say Michelob San Diego are very much the same. Don't know why I've mentioned Michelob San Diego in another half review. Should have mentioned Michelob New York. Do you want my craft card? Because you can fucking have it. It's so soft and rounded and just beautifully drinkable. And there's not... See, I don't like the Nelson hop. It's when breweries use it to such a level that you get loads of like character from the Nelson hop. This, to me, you get those flavors, but you don't get like the sort of like after effects or aftertaste that I find. It could just be my palate just bit me lip again. That's really fucking annoying. It could just be my palate. It's probably is my palate because I'm, you know, why am I reviewing beers when I've got no taste at all? Especially when it comes to fucking women. I'm not funny. Stop trying to be funny. Yeah, sometimes when breweries use Nelson, it brings out these characteristics that I just don't like. But this has utilised the Nelson hop really, really nicely. I like the fruitiness you're getting from it. It's not too sweet. It's not too drying. It's not, you know, too savoury. You get all of those characteristics in this. And, I mean, just look at that glass. How lovely is that glass, really? I need to get myself some other half glassware and some merchandise. But yeah, this is absolutely banging. And the fact that I paid like about £7.50 for it. I got this and that Strata IPA. And I paid, I think, £16.50. Now, £16.50 for two other half beers. Why would you not? Other breweries are available, and there were some great American breweries who had a presence in the London Craft Beer Festival, especially at, I can't remember if it's called Soap and Suds or Suds and Soap, like a online web shop that deals specifically with American craft beers. Their bar was amazing, and their cans that they had in that fridge, dirt cheap. I don't know why I didn't pick anything up. Because I had a dessert cart from, can't remember who it was, but that was beautiful. I had a nice triple IPA from that place as well. Can't remember what the brewery was called. But yeah, I love good triple IPA. Aside from the ones that I had at the festival, I've not sat and enjoyed a triple IPA for a while. And when you get a triple IPA like this, which has the drinkability of like a regular IPA, but with like the indulgence when it comes to the body, I'm all about it. I know a lot of people sort of don't like triple IPAs because like really over the top and in your face. I would agree to an extent. But this This is just rum. I pointed down and clapped. Lovely stuff. This is really good. I really, really like that. I wish I'd have shared this can with Craig and Harry when we're in London, because I think this would be a good beer to share with friends. Well, any beer's good to share with friends, really, isn't it? Let's be honest. But yeah. Other half, another absolutely banging beer. I will say the Strata IPA that I had from them was okay. It was all right. But when it comes to beers like this, I really think, from my very limited experience with Other Half, I think they absolutely nail it. And I really want to try some of their darker beers. I really, really would. I had some nice collaborations, but they've always been like IPAs and stuff. So, yeah, I'd like to try some Imperial Stouts from Other Half. I'd even like to try a lager from Other Half. I really, really would. But as long as I could get triple IPAs at a really good price, I'm happier than a Skelmersdale pig in shit. So, yeah, lovely, lovely stuff indeed. Made a farting noise as I drank then. So, yeah, if you've tried this, then let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. Yeah. Awesome stuff. Really, really is. And this is from someone who really doesn't like Nelson hops. Do you know, it'd be really funny now if I actually looked at this beer on Untappd and it didn't really have that much Nelson in it. It's my palate. My stupid palate. But yeah, this is good stuff. Other Half, I love the brewery. I need to get some merch. So if anybody knows where I can get a t-shirt or some glassware, or if anybody wants to send me them, then feel free to do so, because I'm cheap. I'm easily bought, and you'll get a shout out. No, I'm only joking. I'm not going to stoop to that level. Although I have been looking into setting up a Buy Me a Coffee for the channel, or putting my PayPal link in the description. Could you fucking imagine? For the 10 people who watch my videos. But yeah, awesome stuff. Very nice indeed. And even at room temperature, this is tasting pretty damn good. So yeah, I've got a few Other Half reviews on the channel. If you tried it, let me know your thoughts, opinions. I've already said that. Link down below to Other Half. And of course, I got this from the Beer Merchants stand, so link to the Beer Merchants down below. But you can get Other Half from quite a few bottle shops here in the UK now. But because I got this from Beer Merchants, I do implore you to go check out Beer Merchants. I haven't made an order of them for ages. I did get a discount though, because I was at the London Craft Beer Festival, so I might use that in the next week or so. Who knows? I probably shouldn't buy any more beer because, you know, I've had a heavy weekend, but it is what it is. Anyway, cheers for watching. Really appreciate it, and yeah. Oh, look at me, I'm Peter. I've got big blonde hair and I wear dungarees. See you guys later.